What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Typical Tat, a.k.a. Tetsua D, and your girl, Yaya the Great One, a.k.a. Vasilisa G. Ooh. Oh. But today is not just us, because we have a special guest for you like we promised you last week or whenever this episode gets loaded. Who are you?
CagedBird. I'm CagedBird with an ED because we're no longer caged. We're finally free.
Oh, drop Mike. Don't drop it. It's not mine. That's a liability.
I'm trying to tell you, it's too cold.
So, what do you do?
Well, I do an assortment of things. I got my hand in a lot of different pots. But
can you speak to the mic?
My bad, y'all. Hey, I'm too cool for high school, man. Look at me, I got the gangster lean and all.
Yes.
But no. So a couple of things that I do to keep it short. I write poetry. You know, I have my hands in my artistry. So a lot of people consider themselves as rappers. Me, not really a rapper, because even though that's the way that I express my poetry, I like artistry. I like being an artist because it transcends just one wave of music. Along with that, you know, I am a construction worker as well.
Okay,
you know,
I
so
didn't know that.
yeah, I got, I use my hands. I use my hands for a lot.
Bird,
you know,
Bird, look, you are not on the screen. You are the
Oh,
edge.
shit.
We want to see Bird.
Lean toward.
there we go.
Yeah.
That better for you.
Perfect.
You want to pillow?
I'm sorry.
the
I'm
pillow,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, we good. Hey, you gotta learn how
He
to
looked at you
adapt.
like he got in trouble. He's like,
What
I do?
But aside from all of that, I said I play the drums, right?
Yes. No,
Drum?
you didn't,
No,
but
you
you
never
do,
told
and I
me.
heard it, and y'all will hear it.
Yeah, I play the drums. I draw sometimes. But yeah, just anything creative that I have time to do, you know.
You do it.
Yeah.
That's good. So, what inspired you to start being, very in touch with your artistry?
That's crazy. Because I've been playing the drums since I was 3. So accounting for that time, I don't know. I was just doing shit. But
Mhm.
as far as like the actual art of poetry, I believe my first poem that I wrote that really resonated with me was the piece that got me my name, CagedBird. And it was because my sister was dating this guy in college, and you know, he was just an innocent person who ended up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Something that we always heard about but never really seen it.
I'm
And
glad you touched on that because we're gonna talk about that
Yeah, we
later
are.
on.
So when he was going through the things that he was going through, you know, I didn't have like my big brother. I have an actual blood big brother, but he never stayed with me. Like I never had that relationship with him, but I was able to have it with, you know, the guy who was in college. You know, and he took me in as if I was his little brother. And so originally when he went to jail, you know, and now he's serving a sentence, which I hate to put anything on anything, but he's serving a life sentence right now. You know what I mean? For something he was completely innocent of. So, CagedBird.
Dang.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It started off as something for him. It was a poem for him.
You know, I didn't know that deep part to it.
I never tell anybody about that.
Well, I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah, and so it just once I felt how, you know, it gave me goosebumps when I wrote it and I read it back, and then after that I was just like, I don't know, I feel like I got to keep doing this.
Yeah,
you
it
know what I
spoke
mean?
to you.
Yeah.
But that's where it came from.
Well, I'm gonna ask you something. I know you probably got another question in the chamber, but I want you to perform that piece.
Oh, don't do me like that. I ain't bring. That's one of them ones where
It's okay.
I can do it.
Okay.
You remember it?
I do.
Let's do it.
No freedom, no hope, no pain. Yet I cry as I rot and I die. Dreaming of tomorrow, I see a cage of my life. And I realize that the bars are only keeping me restrained. But I bend down with my mind, and I break free with my talents, and I fly away knowing that I can conquer anything because I am truly free. Yeah. It was something small, you know what I mean?
But it started something so big for you.
I literally wrote it in, it was, I think I don't want to say her name wrong, but it was my AP government class in 8th grade, Miss Booker. I went to Kirby Smith. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be worried about we going through the lessons of slavery and all of these different things, you know what I'm saying? And think about how that all translates to what I'm writing about, you know, and what we're still dealing with. So I thought that it was the coincidence of all of it was just groundbreaking for me. But you're right, it did spark something beautiful. Yeah. I'm truly thankful for it though, honestly.
You go crazy with the wordplay. Stupid.
It's just a gift, you know what I mean? I'm really thankful for a lot of the different gifts that I have, you know. A lot of times I feel like we lose that as a part of our art, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things that happens when you turn your art over for other people to experience, you know what I mean? Because the praise that you get from that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. Or sometimes you can take that and hold on to it, and it can cause you to be this person.
So validation. So do you feel like you look for validation in the people who you perform for?
I believe this, and I say this because I want to be completely transparent. Everybody deserves some form of validation.
Yes.
And everybody looks for some form of validation. Now, I believe that with the validation that I see or receive, I also check my ego.
Yes.
Good. You know what I mean? So I want for my message, that's what validates me.
Yes.
For my message to get across, for you to understand what I'm saying. So like somebody can say, "Oh, bro, you snap, bro," and I'm like, "Okay."
That's nice, but it's just like at the end of the day, like, you have to validate yourself. And we were kind of talking about that a couple podcasts ago. Like, I don't look for validations throughout other people because how easily someone can give you something, they can take it away. So you have to find validation within yourself. It's like, okay, thank you.
I even said that on the song. I don't know if y'all know, but on Black P. So Black P is a poem that I've done at Jazzy's 1,000 times over. You know what I mean? And
that's the one they said slow down.
No, honestly, for the gold, I was hoping, just waiting up on my moment of talent. You know what I'm saying? So at the point of it, I'm like, social validation, people lose their soul to have it. Along with some status. I'm so drained and so famished. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's basically one of those things where it's like, I've been a part of that. You know what I mean? And a lot of times people, when they get to a certain point in their life, they're like, oh, I'm gonna turn my nose up as if though I never went through that. And I've been a victim of doing a lot for the social validation. That's how I can see that it.
So how did you get yourself out of that? What happened, if you don't mind me asking? Or you snapped out of it?
A lot. But it was a lot of different, humbling experiences. One was that my ex told me. Okay. You know what I mean? And she was just like,
relax.
She was like, relax. Relax. I'm like, damn, am I going hard? Hold on. And it just sent me into this loop of just self-evaluation. You know what I mean? And it just continuously was this thing because
everybody shit stings at the end of the day.
Yeah, but some people don't want to accept that fact, and you have to.
I mean, you're blocking yourself from moving forward when you deny parts of yourself. How can you know what I'm saying? Yes. It's like trying to walk with yourself through the same door knowing that, you know what I mean? It's two of y'all. Y'all can't fit through the same door at the same time.
Like,
you know?
You have to just have this acceptance. Like, trying to stick a triangle in a circle shape and you're like, it just won't fit.
I wonder why.
Move on.
Right.
I wonder why.
Quite apparent if you ask me.
I have another question for you.
Of course.
So, do you make music for yourself or do you make music for other people?
I love this. I love this because literally, one of my homeboys was just changing my oil, like literally just changing my oil, and he's an artist as well. Shout out to my boy Meech, and like, he was like, man, I've been taking your advice, because I told him I stepped away from music momentarily so I could receive the blessings and of things that the seeds that I was trying to flourish outside of music. And he was like, I've been taking your advice. And he was like, man, I'm thinking about changing my name and everything because I have these alter egos. And he was like, so I want to get to a point where the music is more for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, yes, bro. Like, it made me so happy to hear somebody say that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've been trying to do within all of it. Like, originally, I started making music when I was 14. Like, that's the first time I was like, I seen one of the dudes that was up to no good in my neighborhood, and I was right there with him, up to no fucking good. But he just, at one day, we just smoking in somebody's house we not supposed to be in, and he just bust out rapping, and I'm like,
oh, I like this.
Wait a minute.
He said, word?
We could do that.
Too.
I can do that. So then I went and I started doing it, and then I was like, all right, I'm saying something. You know what I mean? I'm saying something. But then I finally found my sound.
Yeah.
And when I found my sound, I fell in love with me on a track. Like, it just really just, something about it was like,
that's me.
Like, damn. You know, it's just one of them. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit 10K, you feel me? But, so to answer your question, and I'm sorry I took y'all on a little backstory about it.
No, it's an interview.
You're right. I be forgetting. I'm not used to people actually asking me questions like that. You know what I mean? But I'm at a point now where I have different vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So although I want to cater to the masses and still provide a sound that's conducive, I want to make sure that I like what I'm putting out before anything. Like, I like to do I'm a psych head. You know what I mean? I like to do psychedelics and stuff like that. That's just me. I don't care how they feel about it. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing them, I listen to Neo Soul. You know what I mean? I listen to some Kamal. I listen to Cleo Soul. I listen to
listening to him.
He's insane, right? He's insane, right? He's insane. Yeah.
I've been listening to him for a while, but I don't want to sing it because my voice.
Go ahead, bro. I'm going to sing it right with you.
Girls just want to play. And then Police.
Yeah, who police the police? When they get out of line. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? So you understand exactly where I'm coming from. So, like, with there being so many different genres that I myself enjoy, I want to be able to reproduce what it is that I actually like to listen to.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people get caught on like the waves of the trend, or I want to make music so I can pop off, but it's just like
they make the trendy type music that says the same thing.
And guess what?
Okay, we get it. You're a bad bitch.
You fuck 10 bitches.
Yes, like you did this.
But that shit does not age well.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
I want to make timeless music. So like,
as you should.
I'm about to blow y'all minds with something that I'm finna tell y'all. So Ape Energy, y'all love that track, right? I wrote part of Ape Energy when I was 15 years old.
And it still sounds great.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. When I was 15, that's what I was talking about. And I don't draw attention to the ages of when I actually wrote certain things because I feel like it don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's still the fact that you were creating at that level, like with something with a purpose, with something with a message is...
And that right there is already timeless. Like,
that's
15,
timeless.
And how old are you now?
I'm 25. That's
10 years.
That's 10 years old.
That's a reunion. That's what the album should be. A reunion. You need to be a reunion.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I feel like that's my problem with a lot of these new artists.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to make things that are trendy, and it's like, okay, that's cute, but like,
who do we
30
blame,
and
though?
40 years,
do we blame, the artist or the audience? Because that's what's making it pop, the audience.
Yeah, but I feel like if you keep, because that's what
you have a job. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's your responsibility.
Yeah, our responsibility as an artist. Like, I feel like this. I feel like in everything that you do, when you know that it's going to get to a point where it's out of your hands how it's interpreted, you should at least do
your due diligence of like making sure that, okay, I got all of my eggs, everything XYZ done.
I think it's but like the person's priority though, because there's a lot of artists that I know that don't get traction. Like John Sway, I think is somebody who I like his music, but he's not well known because he be talking about real shit. But somebody who comes up with fuck this bitch, fuck that bitch, they're on the top 100.
Yeah,
but that's also it's one of these things. It's one of these things where it's crowd, it's artists, but you gotta also remember, the artists and the crowd are not the ones that are in control of how much is getting played, where it's getting played, how it's getting played.
The producers and everything, they have this message that they're putting out there, definitely 100%.
Not even that. For me, my thing is that there are a lot of followers. There's a lot of sheeps. Yeah. So they're just following. So if you re-educate them and you let them know, okay, this is not the way to go anymore, it will take time, but we can sway them to another path.
Yeah, but that's why I said it goes back to priorities. It's because all about do they care about their image, or do they care about making money so they're not in the situations that they're in?
So you're basically agreeing with us, like it's the artist's responsibility? Because that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's just responsibility that is to be considered. I'm saying the priorities of the artist. Because they could also be like, I understand what you're saying. I don't care that I'm saying fuck bitches, but that's keeping my lights on. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing it. It's not because
I can feel that.
Because you meet people who say stuff like that, and they're actually educated. You're like, why do you do this?
But I do feel where you're coming from too, though. So it's one of those things that you're just gonna be ambiguous about. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it could go either way. And for me, as an artist, the way that I try to find that medium between everything, because for me, if you ask me what life is about, for me, I'm going to be honest, it's the 7 Hermetic Principles, first of all. And then second of all, it's about my art, the balance of everything. So I understand there's times where somebody is going to have to do some shit they don't want to do. Like, you're not going to go to fucking McDonald's if you work at McDonald's and your boss like, hey, I need you to clean this motherfucking floor and take these orders. You're not going to be like, nah, G, I think today, I think I'm going to just be on lobby duty today. You know what I'm
saying? When you said my like balance, I'm a firm believer that there was a little bit of good that was done for a lot of bad to happen. So I'm a firm believer that there's a little bit of bad that has to happen for a lot of good. So when somebody says like, for the riots, well, that's against the law, you're destroying certain things. To an extent, I understand it's wrong, but the message that it was putting out is like, so, and I'm not saying I support that because some were destroying Black-owned businesses and things like that of that nature, but it was rage. Y'all. It was rage. It was to a degree I can understand where it came from. I don't think it was executed in the best way, but my point is some bad almost has to happen.
Certain things, it's the cause and effect. So one of the 7 Hermetic Principles that I was talking about, it's cause and effect too, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like when we talk about esoterics and when we talk about metaphysics or anything like that, we got to remember good and evil is not a thing in those, you know what I'm saying, within those lines. Good and evil is something that's a moral compass for the human. And
everybody has different moral compasses.
Exactly.
So that's not even a good standard to...
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? So some things have to be done for other things to happen. And then there's like, boom, you can't identify extraordinary if you never looked at ordinary. You know what I mean? Feel like that. What was you finna say?
So you believe in like necessary evil?
I would say, like I said, man, hey, some things happen.
I don't know.
It's like this. It's like the universe has a very weird way of that balance. So within that balance, if that means, so boom, let's put it like this. Let's put it in a situation like this. Okay, so there's a guy, and this guy is cool with me, right? He's done all types of crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have been the person that's telling him, yo, chill, bro. You don't got to do all of that, right? Like there's gonna be a better way to figure out whatever it is. Plus, you're a fucking kid. You don't have to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Said person ends up taking from my sister. You know what I'm saying? but she don't know that he knows me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So she called me, hey, bruh, there's this dude who done stole from me. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, funny thing is, he stay in your neighborhood. I'm like, nah, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, we gonna figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I just so happened to be at park with the said dude.
And you're like,
and so when she pull up and she like, bruh,
this is
what you think I'm gonna do? You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna beat his ass. I got to.
Damn. I thought it was gonna be a teaching moment. Like, okay, young man.
No, but he's saying that's the.
It's you feel what I'm saying? Because he learns from that.
Yeah.
Because if me and you were talking about it,
I get that.
Yeah, it's one of them things where I don't want to be that person. But I'm not finna. My moral compass is you don't let nobody take anything or bother your family.
Yeah.
My moral compass.
So you want to protect.
Gotcha.
And I get that because I'll bring it back to Haitian Revolution. 1804. This was planned though. This wasn't like they just one night decided they're gonna revolt. Like this was executed the right way. But had they not revolted, had they not put the white man's blood on our streets, had they not done that, the suffering would have just been on the black people's backs. So I understand that taking a life is evil and we can't give a life. Like we can't create life. Yes, you can have sex and reproduce, but you can't create life. There's a method to it, and that method was created before us. But it's like them taking those white people's lives that were causing so much destruction in their country, in their families, in their culture, everything. That's a necessary evil. And I know that sounds so evil for me to say I'm okay with that, but it's like, that was necessary. That was a pivotal point.
I love when this happens. I got a lyric from one of my songs that matches this as well. You know what I mean? And it's heart is sacred, but I sin while I'm in pursuit. And basically what I was saying is I'd rather heal than to tell my brothers go and shoot.
Yeah.
But it's real out here. And I do it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit, I can't blame you for, you know what I'm saying? I can't blame you for doing things that the society overall might look at as
being bad.
And the thing is, it's like you're almost pushed to that necessary evil because another thing when we watched in 1804, the women and the husbands, like the wives and the husbands were invited to a party. So kumbaya, it was kumbaya. They went to the party and y'all killed their husbands. That really set it off. So it's not the fact that their first instinct was we need to revolt back with the violence they put onto us. Now you just really tried the fuck out of me. You made me think we're friends.
And now you went back and did it.
Yeah, so it's like, I thought that was me.
Oh.
But I don't know what that could have been because there's a carpet here and it wouldn't make that noise.
Right, that's why I was like, okay.
It's a rug, I mean. But yeah, I don't know. That's difficult because I know someone else hearing that, they'll be like, that's not morally right.
That was a really good question, though. You know, I'm not going to lie.
Got a couple more in the chamber.
I can't wait. I'm like, damn. So, to answer your question, the final answer is yes, I do believe there's necessary evils, and you know, I feel like they stem from other issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So
definitely.
Back to Bird.
Back to Bird.
Back to Bird.
But as far as like, do I feel like in correlation to my music, do I do a little bit of necessary evil in my music? Now that is a very good question because I do not like to fabricate anything. But with me not fabricating anything, it puts me in the line of fire for a lot of different shit if I'm being open and honest and telling you what it is that I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? So with me doing that, I got to think about what is it that I'm talking about? Yeah. What am I willing to expose for myself in order to get my point across? Now, there's a lot of things that I've done that I'm still fucking doing, and I mean, they're just gonna have to catch me if they catch me. You feel what I'm saying? Bird. Hey, listen.
You didn't hear shit here.
Yeah,
oh, my Lord.
My bad, y'all. Hey, nah, it wasn't y'all. It wasn't y'all. Hey, they didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
He didn't even have nothing to do with nothing.
Trying to tell you. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a necessary evil. Shit.
Yeah.
People be needing their weed, and there's people out here that deliver that weed. I'm not saying I do that, but what I'm saying,
out there,
no, somebody's doing it.
Right?
Yeah,
Is that's necessary evil within itself?
It just, I understand that other people can give that other side, like devil's advocate, and tell you. It's easy for someone to point the finger with their moral compass and be like, "This is wrong." The same way, there's people who steal food. Not because I want to be a menace to society and steal from them. I want to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. So in your head, you're like, oh, that's wrong because he's a thief. He's hungry. He's hungry.
Yeah, they just made it. I don't know if you heard about this, but I think in Missouri, they made it illegal for you to be homeless. They made it illegal.
In Missouri?
For you to be
so
homeless.
What are they gonna do with the homeless population?
They're putting them in jail and fining them $750.
If I don't have a home, where the fuck?
I'm gonna go to jail. I ain't gonna lie. Peace out, motherfucker. Give me that shit.
I have to go to jail because you're giving me the home I didn't have, and that $750, you're not gonna see it because I won't.
Yeah, I'm trying to say it. I'm like, I mean, hey, it's one of them things where it's like, bro, that's how about my thoughts when it comes to stuff like that, and this is completely off topic because I feel like I'm an advocate for the community. With what I do as an artist, that's still being an advocate for the community because I have a responsibility. You know what I mean? So my responsibility as a speaker or a messenger would be, hey, if we have all of these different people who are doing all of this extravagant shit, making all of this money for our cities, and we're putting all this money into these roads and different things, why not have a housing for homeless where they have to work?
Hello.
Look, but why they have to work? Where they have to work?
No, that's too hard. It's too hard.
Why would we do that?
We don't want to help you.
Why would we do that? Okay.
That's a great idea if they actually cared for the people.
What is that line
That's
from
my
the
thing,
help?
though.
God helps those who help themselves. When she was asking that lady,
I wanted to say, eat my shit. I ate it.
God helps those who help themselves, so it's up to them to help themselves.
But that's ridiculous.
But
Their
see,
priorities
but
are
look,
not straight.
But look, no, this is what I'm saying though. Hear me out now. They are going to have to work to put back into. So it's one of them things. It's gonna sound crazy. But like, putting somebody in a position to do good, if they choose to do it, if they choose to do it truly, then that is on them. And then we're helping the people who actually do want the help and are going to try and make the difference. But the ones who not working and putting into this, how about, because think about it like this, we got a lot of different things that are within the community that are tainted by us having to put our money into somebody over us, right? So think about, boom, you got people in the community that's laying their ass on this grass. Hey, how about we own this grass? You get up, you start planting seeds. You make your own food. Y'all work so y'all can go and lay your ass down in this house that we got. Y'all ain't work. I know that sound crazy, but y'all ain't going out and doing it nowhere else.
They do have programs like that, but it's usually like a waiting list of like 5+ years. Like
they don't like that's why I said the priorities are not straight for these things. Like this is not, the government does not care. They don't care for this. Is not a priority.
What fucking sucks. That's what fucking sucks. But like I said, just trying to be an advocate when you understand that there's a offset balance. And still trying to, you know what I'm saying, still trying to speak to the precedent of the people. Like what's important? Like what really moves you as a person? And I think a lot of times when you see or you have these type of interviews with, not y'all, but when people have these interviews with artists and they out here and they feeling themselves, the last thing that they caring about is the community that they speaking all this. I'm big on energies. So when you get to speaking, that's one of the easiest ways. Like that's
where you're at.
Like people don't understand when you put words into the atmosphere. Just because you can't see them, don't mean that they went anywhere. They're still there.
That happened to A$AP Rocky when he was like, "I don't care about black people or like the plight that we're going to. I'm rich. I'm fucking these white bitches. Like that has nothing to do with me." And then when he went to a white man's country and he was arrested, he was held in there. And for some reason, it was up to us to like fight for him.
Nobody give a fuck about it.
Not because you fixed your mouth to say that and then got hurt by the people you just said that you're excited to be giving all your time
and then what's worse is your child. You know what I'm saying? Your child ain't doing what you doing. You're birthing somebody who in the real world had you not been their parent. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? They would have still been exactly who you talking down on.
Yeah.
So,
literally.
That's I don't know. Like I said, though, that energy stuff is...
People don't believe in that. They don't believe that what they put out there has consequences. They don't care about that. It's about what can I get now?
And then
instant gratification, but it'll leave just as quick as it came.
Exactly. See, a lot of people don't practice that stoicism, and that's a part of them practicing stoicism is delayed gratification.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that I incorporated that in my life lately, and it's helped with my breathing as far as when I go into rapping, I do my meditations. You know what I mean? I've been doing them a lot more frequently than I had been. You know, I give myself time to be sober. You know what I mean? I drink a lot of water. Yeah, obviously, you know what I mean. But other than that, I think the main thing is like I be doing like my own little workouts. So I do push-ups and I do I do my core exercises, and I do that Monday through Friday. And the reason why I say it's been helping with my breathing is because everything starts right here. You know what I mean? But not only because of the breathing, but because of the discipline that it's bringing me, I get to see so many different aspects of life where I'm flourishing in a small way just by taking, you know what I'm saying, however long it takes me within a conversation. I'm off right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm off of my exercises, but like if we and y'all, if we were just talking, y'all would probably see me bust out with some push-ups or something.
But
y'all
that's
be like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
It's like not only are you building obviously your physical endurance because of you working out, but your disciplinary endurance because you're sticking to like a set routine. So it helps with your consistency because now in your head you're like, I've been doing this for a month. The day that it's Monday and you haven't done it, you're like, I feel off because I always do this. Yeah. And you start doing it again.
Shout out to my boy YT because he was the one who actually kind of like put that in my head. Like he was doing 500 push-ups and we were working together, like 500 a day. And we were working together and he started doing them. And I was already like in the midst of doing my workouts at the house, but I wasn't
doing 500.
Yeah, I still ain't doing 500. You hear me? But it was just the fact that he didn't care where he was at. Like, bro, we over here chipping tile, my nigga.
Like,
hey,
come
on, bro.
I gotta get these.
I gotta get these reps in.
I was like, you know what?
Speaking of that, like endurance and stamina, she just how many miles this morning?
Today I jogged 9 miles.
Oh,
yeah.
I almost passed out.
Yeah.
When she told me that,
you need
I was
to be
like,
in a marathon. You ran marathons?
I ran
she
the
did
marathon
the 15K
like 2 weeks ago. Or a week ago.
I went to go pick her up.
You did? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you had to run that marathon too.
No, I didn't run it. I drove by the church.
Hey.
I told you I was going to drive by the church.
Oh, she hit the Medea on you. We're going by the church. I told you, by the church.
Yes.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Y'all are funny as hell, man. Gratitude. While we're on the camera, I just want to take a time to express extreme gratitude to both of y'all. Not only as creatives, but as women, as colleagues, you know what I'm saying, and as advocates of the community. You know, I really appreciate being able to be on y'all platform. You know, I've been able to admire y'all and watch what y'all got going on, and I just really am glad that I'm able to be a part of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. No
in this Women's Month.
Yeah.
That's I was getting ready to say that, but that's why I threw it in the fact that y'all women. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I missed the day. I missed y'all on the day. What was it? Happy International Women's Day.
That was Wednesday.
But this is Women's Month, right?
Yeah, this is Women's Month.
Oh, but Women's Day was Wednesday?
Girl, I don't know. Every day is Women's Month.
I'm a woman.
Every day is Women's Month.
What? It's like one of those Black History things.
They said everybody dress up. I got to wear my jeans and my Crocs. I was like, I'm comfortable. Okay.
So where's the men's month?
Why he did that?
That's the 13th month.
That's
damn.
That's every day. No, I feel like it's every day.
Actually, no,
so
it's
that's
every
a leap
day.
year? That's a leap.
No, it can't be a leap year.
That's a leap year.
Men's month
It's
is
every
month.
day. It's
Is
every
it?
day.
It's every day.
Is it?
It
gotta be.
is.
What the fuck kind of what kind of gifts we get? It's been,
Tell us what you want. Tell us.
my
every
list
day.
getting longer by the minute.
No, but it really should be appreciation for men the same way.
Nah, that's not a take from y'all though, because women have been on a climb, and it's like the way that it's going, it's like society don't want y'all to be
I got a
great.
question for you,
Like,
Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
let's
a Mother's
question.
Day thing?
You like flowers?
I love flowers.
So you would appreciate if a woman or somebody close to you brought you
that's
flowers.
so effing beautiful, because I
Really?
have an orchid right now. A purple
He's not
orchid.
talking about like flowers, like he probably is talking about like actually like growing plants. Like if you gave him a potted flower,
No,
he would
I'm talking about
cultivate it.
flowers. Like, you know how women like, oh, I want flowers, I want chocolate.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Do you?
I ain't gonna lie. It depends on what kind of flowers. I'll be real, but I'm not too, you know what I'm saying? I'm secure with myself. I'll
Yeah.
take some flowers.
No, because I just had a conversation with my cousin a while back.
But that, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but to cut you off. Before you get too far, my orchid's name is Bobby, and it was gifted to me.
Aw.
Yeah, and I call her Bobby because it's a unisex name, but it's also because my aunt passed away. Her name was Bobby.
Aw.
You know what I'm saying? So I just go in every day. I wake up, I go and I talk to my plant, and you know, when I try to give her some sunlight, and I wasn't aware of the wind pattern that day, and it knocked her down. So I picked her up, and like I'm talking to her, and I'm
No,
feeling
you
like
gotta talk to your plant.
I'm like, baby, it's good, it's good. I put her back in the house, you know, and I gave her some water, like some cold water.
That's so sweet.
And then the next couple of days, like I'm talking to her and I'm asking how she feels, and before you know it, her petals are back to
it works.
Yes.
I didn't get to save my plant, Tito. Man, that was an air plant. He was alive for 5 years. I just want to let y'all know.
Got
When we brought it
Hispanic in
back,
you?
no, I just like the name Tito.
It's the way you said it.
Yes, that's why I like it. They be like Tito and Tortuga.
Yeah, okay.
Someone in the comments gonna be down there and say I'm not doing it right. I do apologize. I do apologize.
What did you give me to say? You said a
Oh,
couple
yeah,
of
yeah,
days ago,
yes.
your cousin.
I don't know. A while back, I spoke with my cousin. We were talking about, you know, Mother's Day versus Father's Day,
I
and
did
how
say I
like
thought it was
Father's
Mother's Day.
What you laughing about?
I knew it was this because I said, was it the Mother's Day thing? Yeah.
And then like he was saying like when Mother's Days come, you know, advertisement, like everybody goes hard for Mother's Day, but when Father's Days come, here's some socks, here's some shirt.
Yeah, because he
You're
said
good.
Mother's Day, which is right. Mother's Day is the day that they make the most money.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I was telling him like, do you think it's our job to like make Father's Day a big thing, or is it the fathers who have to make it a big thing? Because I feel like mothers make it a big thing, and that's why it became a big thing.
I gotta give some agreements to that, because I feel like and this is no shot at women. This ain't no shot at women.
On Women's Month, you better watch
Hey,
it.
listen, some women's love language, and so I want to point this out though, because a lot of times when people hear love language, they think of their spouse. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we have
It's
love
everybody.
languages for different relationships. You know what I mean? So a part of a woman's love language from their child. Or from other people, I think, is words of affirmation as well as acts of service and gifts.
Yeah.
You know, gift giving.
Yeah.
So all of those different things are things that make y'all feel good.
Yeah.
So if we want to make a woman feel good on her day, you know, a lot of times we're going to go out of way to either get you a gift, clean up the house, wash the car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Massage your back, you know what I'm saying? Do all of these things that speak to their love language. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With men, a lot of us don't even fucking know our love language. So how can we accept, you know, how can we accept the gift if we don't even know what to tell you we want? We're so quick to go out and get everything ourselves. You know what I mean? And that's for the women.
I
also feel like society did that too.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's men's, like y'all have to figure it out, and then you lead, we'll follow. I don't think it's up to women or kids to be like, let's make Father's Day a big thing. Because I feel like,
mothers,
I ain't gonna lie though,
be kind of our responsibility because it's like if you see that somebody's struggling with something, it might not know how to.
In the sense of when Father's Day come, me and you, we go out for dad. Like we do things for dad. So I feel like he feels gratitude from us.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
he ain't got no choice. I'm playing.
No, I feel like in the sense of like advertisement and it being a big thing, the way that it is for like Mother's Day, like.
But Dad, I have
culturally
to
too,
ask.
though. There's culturally too, though.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different.
So I have to ask my dad. My dad is not the like. Not that he's unique. There's a lot of men like in my family and outside of my family who aren't as expressive as what they like as what they want. Mm-hmm. So I have to be like, Dad, do you like this? No, okay, he doesn't like that. All right, do you like this? Like I have to ask him, but my mom should be slamming stuff. I just need this, and you don't do
that. One thing my mama said is if you listen long enough, you'll never have to ask what a woman needs.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you,
Mom. I'm like, I know exact because she did not stop saying it. I know what to get her.
Yeah, I heard it on Wednesday. I heard it on Friday. Yep. I'm about to hear it before I go to sleep tonight.
I know what to get her, but my dad, he's like, no, it's cool. I'm fine.
My mom does that. What is that? They got a new term for it. It's called dry begging. Y'all ever heard of that?
Dry begging? So asking, but not really like.
Yeah. So my mom was like the other day. She's like, I just sure wish my grass was cut.
I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. She's like,
I don't have nobody.
I guess I'll get up here and get on this riding lawnmower that you bought. And I'm like, Mom.
I just wish somebody with bracelets and 2 rings on their left finger would just go ahead and.
I'm like, Mom, Sunday, okay? It's Sunday. Just right. She talking about, I say, and then I get on it and I cut a grass and say, you was about to get on this riding lawnmower. I sure was.
No.
What setting you was gonna put it on?
She just wanted you to help.
Oh
no, yeah. I just feel like it's you guys lead and then we'll follow, like, because it's hard. Like I can't read your mind if you don't make it a big thing. Then I'm not gonna know to make it a big thing.
I can understand that. And a lot of dudes, honestly, I ain't gonna be funny. You know what we want.
Yeah.
Whenever that's really all we think about. Like, I mean, if you can take care of everything else, what else can, you know what I mean? It's not much to offer, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, hey, that's what it is. And for your kids, like my daughter is freaking sweet. I love my baby. I love my baby. It's like, bro, sometimes I don't be expecting her to be that sweet. You know what I mean? But so, my birthday, she wasn't able to call me because she was on a cruise, which that was her mom's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Nice. Go and enjoy yourself. That's what's up. Disney cruise. First time. Nice.
She had fun, huh?
Right.
Go to Disney.
I'm jealous too. I'm like, oh, you with Rapunzel?
You went down the slide? Oh, okay.
And then now I feel like I'm in a mini competition with her mama too. I'm like, oh, that's what you gonna do to her? You gonna take her? You gonna take her on a Disney
I'm gonna bring Disney home.
Yeah, hey, she gonna walk in here and Mickey and Minnie gonna be in here doing what, you know what I'm talking about, what they be doing at them little parties. They gonna be turned up.
Oh my
But
goodness.
nah, so she missed my birthday and she called me like the week after and she was like, hey Dad, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday. I was thinking about you. And I was like, you know what? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, little stuff like that. Like, dudes are soft. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to their family, we are soft.
That. I feel like society makes you feel like you can't show that side of you.
Because we've been too busy dealing with the man. Then when we get done dealing with the man, we got to bring that energy to the house. And that is another conversation.
But you know men are soft about it. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. But just based off what you just said, you won't let somebody steal from your family, like in that scenario with your sister.
Yeah.
That's because you were touched. Like somebody tried your family, but you just responded with that, you know.
Yeah.
But you're hurt. You're like, why did you just come over here? Like you was invited or something.
Yeah. Like, what like, oh, that was just what you was doing, huh? You cool with that? No, I'm not. But yeah, when it comes to the family, it's definitely one of those soft spots.
Okay, I have 2 more questions.
Give him a free haircut and go wash his car.
I got 2 more questions. we kind of like the time. The time is
all right. So
I got 2 questions.
Okay, I was trying to test my eye.
No,
ability.
it's okay.
It's okay.
Your glasses.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna continue. Oh man, y'all.
It's LASIK.
I got a bad.
I need to get
No,
that.
it's LASIK.
I'm gonna get it, y'all.
Okay, dang, my memory is bad. So if I say something, I have to say it because now I know the second question.
Say the second one.
No, because I want to lead it.
Okay, so backtrack from the second question to find out the first one.
We're talking about your baby. We're talking about she's being so sweet. Damn.
And the mom took her to Disney cruise without all three of us. And I just had to add that part.
I don't remember.
What's the second question?
Okay,
Whisper
ask the
it.
second question then. I'm not lining up. I'm really hurt.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Ready.
So are you okay with being called a black artist, or do you want to be an artist? Because did you hear what happened with Idris and how he said that he doesn't want to identify as a black actor anymore? He's just an actor. Do you think that?
I think it's just one of them things. Shit, call me whatever you want to call me. Just, you know what I'm saying? but on some serious shit.
You think it takes away from the person's ability when we say black artists?
I think it really boils down to the mind of who's saying it. Mm-hmm. Like if you are saying it and you only see me because I'm black, I'm good on that. I'm an artist. You feel what I'm saying? But if you are drawing attention to the fact that not only am I surpassing goals and my magnificent,
you're doing it while being black.
Well, if you want to put it on anything, put it on the fact that I'm sliding this shit. How about that? Yeah, I'm black.
Let's talk about it real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like for interest, I mean, shit, you can feel some type of way, but they putting respect on it. Like honestly, to me, like, damn, he doing all this while being black? Oh my God.
And that's why he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it to be like, I think from his perspective, he's like, I'm not a great black actor. I'm a great actor in general.
But also, Idris Elba ain't from America. So, I mean, of course
so
you
got
gonna
a
feel
different way to...
But some people feel...
We identify as black.
No, but what I'm saying
is...
it's
probably
like,
not as pushed over there.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's from he's like England, like...
Yeah, right? But he's African, and even though he was born there, he still has very much connection to his African roots. And
I didn't know. I wasn't trying to.
I'm just letting you know.
Is it as pushed here in America? The experience in UK,
not necessarily
and that's probably
in the UK.
That's probably why it's not as potent for him information, because he's like, I don't experience.
They don't. I mean, but I feel like they go through their own little slums, like. You know what I'm saying? They got their own little hoods and stuff like that as well. But what it is to me personally, and I ain't no expert on Idris or the UK.
It's okay, I am.
You are?
An expert in Idris. That's my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, take the headphones out and turn in the corner. Delusion. It's delusion.
Hey, let her live in her fantasy,
Thank
man.
You.
She lets me live in mine. I got a ton.
Oh, dang.
I got a ton.
But I think what it is like, so boom. When it comes down to the association of being black as a whole, let's talk about that. And that is the elephant in the room when it comes to a lot of different conversations. So like even sometimes white people don't even be feeling comfortable addressing us as black, because they don't know how we gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when it boils down to it, wherever he's at in his lane of artistry, because he's still an artist to me, you know what I'm saying, he's dealing with something that caused him to react like that. Yeah. Somebody said it in a way that made him feel like, I ain't like that
so
one.
Disassociated
but you think that's a good thing for him to basically disassociate with like the word black? Because I feel like sometimes people shouldn't get too caught up on nomenclatures. I mean, shit. One day I want to be, you know what I'm saying? One day I could be black. Next day I could be African American. Then I could reclaim my nationality and I could be Moorish American. The right next, you know what I'm saying? The right next day. So it's like one of them things where when it comes down to it, if you see me as a color and not as who I am, it can be a problem. You feel what I'm saying? But if you see who I am and my color adds to that, then yeah, I will accept that. I will accept that title. You feel what I'm saying? It's just one of those connotation versus denotation. You know what I mean? It's one of those type things.
I feel like I feel like that's why I was so torn, because I feel like I see the pros and the cons in both situations. I could see how it could be detrimental by just living in saying that you are this Black creator, and then I could see how it could be empowering to be like, I am this Black creator. Yeah. So on the grand scale, for him, I would say it might be, he might feel like I don't need this title because anybody can make it here. But on the small scale, in front, like being a mentor to people in your school, like you being 25, going back and then going to the kids,
it's just a feeling of being marginalized.
So you want to say it so you could be like, no, I came from here. I was sitting in this seat with you, and I made it, so you can make it. But for him, he's such at a grand scale that little
interaction, he don't have that no more, because he touching people by the masses by acting. He's not touching people by the masses by doing something that, I mean, because it can be uplifting to people who are aspiring actors or actresses. But when it comes down to it, how many conferences is he sitting there talking at where he's being an advocate for the Black community? Because people like that, you know what I'm saying, you want to include that in everything that you got going on. If you're an advocate for the community, absolutely, you better put that shit in there. You know what I'm saying? But for some people who aren't looking to get that deep in the political aspects of it, because you have those people like, as soon as I start talking politically, now everybody don't like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those ways to keep his professionalism in a way, you know?
I'm American, but I'm African. But I was born in Africa. I was born in the Congo, DRC. So
nice.
Yeah, so we say Black. You know, we're Black people. I remember being young saying that we're Black people, and I don't think it's an American thing. And I feel like sometimes Black American feel like it's just an American thing, but we literally would see a white person and be like, oh, that's a white person.
Yeah, no, we do that too. So, Moon Blanc and Neg Sa is like, when we say that, man, that's really Neg. It's Black.
Yeah, so
Negus is a group of people. A lot of the different terms that the white man created for us came from us, but their misinterpretation of what it is that we were saying,
and they used it in a negative connotation.
Exactly.
That's why I said it's a battle between denotation, because I know what you mean when you call me Black.
Yeah.
But it's also the connotation, because what did you mean when you called me Black?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's like a cuss word. I know I probably brought this up on the podcast like 3 times, 4 now. But when they're like, and he was Black. And I'm like, it's not a cuss word. Why do you have to whisper?
They'll whisper Black, but they won't whisper. They'll be quick to say nigga, like in a heartbeat.
They're like, yeah, and I was walking.
Because that's white guilt. It's white guilt.
The fuck
and they
is that?
In their head they be thinking nigga. They be
that's what they want to say.
Like, think about it like this. If I'm throwing around nigga 24/7, nigga this, nigga that, nigga bring me that pencil. And I'm talking to a white dude, he's gonna be like, me? And then you better not say it, but nigga, bring me that pencil. You better say it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That shit's funny, dog. It's funny because it's like we've created a culture, we've created a community, we've created a tribe. So everything from me is of tribal essence when it comes to our culture. And I think that is beautiful, because every culture, whether it's Haitian, whether it's African, whether it's American.
Don't say it like that.
I be wishing I had something little, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go back to my
hurtful part. But
listen though, peep me though. Even with these differences in our cultural backgrounds, we still understand the same. We understand the same slang.
Listen,
we be listening to the same music.
I don't
we
think
can
people
relate
understand
so
the
much.
The ebonics that comes out here is like mirrors phrases that we say. It like. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
I thought we was gonna get into the etymology of words and different things like that, because I be into that type of stuff too. Like, I like to use my words in the things that I like, the music. I like to use my words to bring good fortune into my life, to manifest certain things, because we understand that these energies are, you know what I'm saying, fluctuating at all times. And when you speak them a certain amount of times, it's almost like you activating some type of work.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I be seeing a lot of the different things that I speak about in my music coming to fruition, and it's been starting to come at a pace where it's like, oh shit. Whoa, I've saved my life. I've literally saved my life, and we can end it here. But I've saved my life off of what I've wrote. And that sounds crazy, but I've gotten into a situation. I've gotten to a situation where somebody shot at me and they missed. But I had said, niggas talk shit and they hate on the kid, claim they got guns, but they shoot, they go miss. And I wrote that 3 years before it happened. And I ain't gonna lie, I hadn't been through an experience that thus far where somebody had actually shot at me. It's been plenty of things that happened around me, you know, but this was a dude literally in the back seat of my car and I'm sitting in the front seat of my car. You feel me?
What?
Right. And he just let it go. And when he did, accident? No, it was on purpose. It was yes, he was trying to get me out of there. But
you know him still? You
know him still?
I don't know what I was trying to say.
Let's just put it like this.
How did you get out of that? Now, why would you say that at this time?
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, keep going because this is perfect. Well, actually,
I mean, I understand. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. But I want you to get it. Yeah, I got you. So basically, I was doing something I ain't had no business. I needed protection, and I was looking for somebody who could provide the protection. Yeah. And they provided the protection, but they had their own protection. And they were trying to take the protection back with the money. You feel what I'm saying? But I had an idea of this going on, so I put the car in drive while they were getting ready to get out of the car. So like, because I felt, you know, when you feel something, you're like,
so he got out.
But so let me show y'all how karma works again. So this is a situation just so happened to be with the same sister. You know what I'm saying? He ended up putting her at gunpoint and her cousin and everything like that years prior. You know what I mean? When I'm still in high school. So this same dude is the one who I'm securing my protection from. So when I see that it's the same dude, I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I know what type of time this could possibly be. So I put the car in drive, and as he get ready to get out, sure enough, what's that nigga? I shoot this bitch. And I'm holding my body because I'm thinking like, But then when I realized I ain't get hit, I put him into the front seat and I took off driving and we bumping. Yeah, we bumping while I'm driving the car.
Oh my gosh.
No lie.
I'm so happy you're
I took it. I ended up with his gun and
okay.
Let's know more.
Okay, thank you.
It was crazy. It was crazy though. Overall, it was
about to pop in.
Yeah.
Quick outro. We're having him back. Okay, it's your girl, Typical Tat, aka Tatsua D, and your girl, Yaya the Great One, aka Vasilisa G and Bird, CagedBird.
And I'm sorry, y'all, it got a little extra at the end, but I do appreciate this.
He's coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.